So, people, Leafway Beta, where basically you can see third-person jump scares, and you've been wondering how do you make that in Grab? Well, don't worry, boy, I got you. Alright, so guys, if you've been wondering how the heck do I do these jump scare systems on Grab, like these two maps and that map right there, in order to do this, make sure that, okay, so start off with the, monkey, the monster. So, put the monster model up here, like the jump scare system, supposedly the jump scare. Then this is the monster that chases, and then now this is gonna be only for an example. Alright, starting off with the first one. If you have, I don't know if this one only works. I don't know if this one actually works with like animations, like no coding, but I'm pretty sure it might. So starting off with our first, so this thing could work. This thing works. So we're in absolute indeed. Now you go ahead and set the pivot. Make sure the blue point is pointing. That's like where it that's the front, like the front side. And then after that, now start animating the monster. So like I'm gonna be using myself for an example because obviously I like examples. Completely forgot that. By the way, the animation might be just okay. So starting off with one frame of the jump scare. Make sure there's 2 frames, and then one goes up there, and then this one replaces. Make it the same number as this, and then add another frame. There, that's where it teleports. So like you don't actually see like, and then you go ahead and make your jump scare. This is gonna be for an example. The animation is bad on purpose, by the way, but that's the point. Supposedly a tutorial, and it doesn't actually. And then after you're done with your animation, you go ahead, go back. Like, here, let me just. 1 second. Then this is like a 1 second jump scare. Now, this is the actual number, not the actual number. So now check if your animation is like fast, because sometimes there's like a weird thing. It can like the jump scare could be fast, like very fast, like at the max. And then you should probably start setting up the AI. Now I know I didn't make the AI, someone just gave it to me. And this is the AI that can fall. Okay. So then, what I recommend is to not turn this on if you have the falling one, because it would be just annoying. Right. Then, now as you can see, this thing actually chases you, but when you touch it, it just doesn't, you just don't die. Now make sure everything is passable, because if you don't make it passable, then a weird bug on the jump scare, like you could get like hit it by like the hands, like that's if they're not passable. Okay, this is passable. Right, and then starting off with the thing. Actually, let's start off with the trigger first. Now you can go in groups by just doing this. Like, look at this. If it's highlighted, that means you did it. And then you go back So starting off with this one, you're supposedly to like, you know, do this thing. And then select the AI, make sure it stops. Make sure it's like stop. Because if not stop, then it will just straight up look like ear game. Like how the ear game AI works, like when you die by it. Whatever I'm saying. And then go ahead, select your whole entire animation, make it to restart. So like it doesn't. So if you put it at start, it will just not play forever. It will only play once. I don't know why. And we should have made a button like after like you die, like after playing the animation, it could be restarted. Not like during the animation, but. So now this is what I pretend that's. By the way, this is the player for you. So like to die. Ugh. My hands are just tired at this point. Put it in restart. And what you should do here is here, make sure everything is like a restart. And then after you're done with that, now let's test the thing. Now we're gonna turn on the AI because now then it's just look. Now the jump scare animations. The jump scare. Okay, I thought I put in the jump scare animation. I just wasted my time putting the animation to realize that it won't work. Oh, it's on any block, so. So make sure you can make it sad if you want to. Cool stuff. So then after that, hold up, let me see if this thing is selected. Okay. So make sure that like, on the trigger when you touch it, it's like only head and feet. Now the jump scare. Now the jump scare works, but sadly but it just stops moving. So after it plays the animation, you gotta like what I recommend is like now to make sure this is the speed of the animation, like how fast is the animation, like the same speed as it, and then make sure to make it toggle or start. I guess you should choose toggle because that's what I recommend. Now I'm not gonna select this one, but if you want the whatever. But I recommend if you like have the following one, and then just make sure to disable this, or otherwise, if it's not disabled, it can fall during when you die. So like, and then go in groups by just doing this. Go in restart, and don't forget to mention that. Like when basically when someone dies, you're supposedly it should like come back. This should come back up. And then now it's time for the true one. Now So then, yes, indeed, it actually works. So it works. Now let's time for the one that we all know. It's the box. If you remember in my prototype map, if you have played it or not, what I recommend for you to box is like to make it long. So like, if your game is like a leg game, and then just in case if someone is like too tall for the jump scare, that can like get squeezed due to the side. I'm just doing that just in case. So now let's do this. Now. And after that, then, kaboom. Oh. There, now it's gone. Then, now go in groups, so look for the box, and then add a lava block. And then, what I recommend at some time, it could be like a little bit delayed, because obviously that's what I want. Because just in case if, okay. So after adding the lava block, go into groups, put in the lava block, and then I'm pretty sure you will be done, and then kaboom. Yeah, it works now. And yeah, you cannot get out of the jump scare during the jump scare. And yes, you could see yourself die. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So see ya guys. And see ya guys. Kaboom, kablow.